Tomahawk please, why you do this to me? Why do I have to feature this French baguette shooter again? Fuck it, I'm out.
Fine, I'll do it. Thank you for joining Tomahawk's channel once again. Today we have a subscriber highlight of the Jedd Finn, also known as randomness, in the comments on my videos. So, we are on top tier on Hemelsdorf. Pretty nice game out here, and we instantly spot a Durchbruchswagen 2. And hopefully we can do something about it, because he seems to be AFK. The first HE shell does 152 damage, and this is why you not shoot heat shells, because it just bounces off the target and we have to switch back to HE. But he's off and we cannot hit him anymore. So why this replay? Well, you're just gonna get some pretty nice result, he or she, I'm not entirely sure. And we have our second victim parked up at the building here, because the first one was only close, but this is a direct hit and he's down. So first kill already 300 damage done. We can move on. And it's pretty interesting, he switches a lot between ammunition. I'll stick to a he for the time being. Oops, and there's that M4, but the heat shell this time does actually penetrate and sends that M4 back crying for help, which he doesn't have any. He gets tracked by what appears to be another heat shell, and it must be because the IKV only shoots heat shells. However, there is a thick-skinned Matilda at the end of the road, which is moving back and forth, and there the accuracy of the gun doesn't really help. What is nice, however, with the Renault G1 is that it has spaced armor on the sides, and it's therefore is a pretty good side scraper. As you could see here, the Matilda was bouncing on the side. So pretty dynamic battle. A lot of people dying in this minute, and they appear to have invested quite some in the hill, because there's more targets being spotted there every second. Whereas here it appears only to have the Matilda on this flank. Whereas Jedd Finn is now actually shooting him in the side. He didn't expect that one. You see once again another bounce. Maybe the spaced armor, maybe the funky angle, maybe just bad luck from the Matilda 4, but he bounces. So Jedd Finn seems to be pretty skilled in this tank with 3 marks of excellence on this machine. Therefore seems to know what he's doing. And he's just waiting for the Matilda to show up, and the Matilda does actually bite and lures himself into taking another hit. Not very smart right there. So there is some imperfections in this replay if you want, but no man is perfect, including myself. But I would like to point those out to you so you won't make these mistakes yourself. At least some of them I see as mistakes, but might not even be mistakes. It's just my opinion. I would have done it differently, and I will also explain you why. So Matilda, a bit over invested here, wants to take out the SAV, but no such thing, because Jedd Finn takes him out. However, the battle has evolved, and it's now 10-11, whereby everyone is on the hill, and including that DW2. And the SAV, the Toldi and the RT don't look too well if you see what they're up against, namely the KV1, the IKV, etc, etc. So, initial thought is to start capping. However, you instantly see that they're also capping with actually 2 vehicles right now. Therefore, the Jedd Finn decides to return. It's a wise choice. Whereas the SAV is now also dead, which leaves the base defense based on the tier 3 and the artillery. With 38 seconds left to spare, yeah, better be fast. So IKV, BT7 and a KV1, that's pretty much targets you can deal with. Especially BT7 showing his side to you is perfect, but this tank needs to aim a long time. He takes a shot and takes out the IKV 103, which is actually a more dangerous target, because one of those heat shells could actually take you out in one shot with only 350 hit points left. Now here's the KV1. Takes a pretty decent hit on the KV1 for that much damage with an HE shell. And this is the point where I should have actually fired a heat shell, in my opinion, in the side of the turret, not in the tracks, because those will eat the heat shell. But Jedd Finn decides to keep shooting HE, which in terms also seems to be rather effective by keeping the guy tracked at least. You see there is shells falling next to the tank, and there is actually Covenanter behind him who seems to be using the howitzer based on the average damage he receives. So he takes a peek and sees if he can spot it, but the initial capping danger is now actually over. It was a 1 versus 4, but he turned it into a 1 versus 3. He needs to return now to take care of the most immediate threat, which is the BT7, who is capping, including now also the DW, since there's 2 in the cap according to the counter. DW2, that's the guy that was AFK at the beginning, and in the end he didn't play for much because he is now dead and still fell victim to Jedd Finn. So he's reloading, and this guy's gonna die. Yep, and he takes him out. So the only thing I would have done differently is shoot heat at the KV1, and I would have not fixed my radio operator, since he's packing a premium medkit which would cost 20k to put my radio man back in action, but I didn't even have any teammates that could help me with radio range spotting. Did you see that ridiculous shell flying in, by the way? If you ever played Worms, Armageddon, Worms 2, Worms 3, whatever, and you know the homing pigeon, this is what it's like. And then we have some actual results. An ace tanker and a pretty special medal there you don't see very often. It's the Langlade's medal. That actually means that there's 4 enemy vehicles that try to cap and you kill all of them. So that's pretty badass. We have a Redley Walters medal for 8 kills. Sadly no Colabanos medal because there were only 4 tanks left instead of 5. The Defender obviously, the High Caliber and the Top Gun. So, on basis of team score, we have him as sole survivor with 1287 XP left, 7 battle heroes in total, including those badges of course. And here we have some stats: 20 shots fired, 17 hit, and we have a measly profit of just under 9k, which would have been a lot more if he decided not to have fixed that radio operator. So yeah, maybe not do that next time. So, a little quick review today. Before the weekend or in the weekend we have another Unicum guide to the SU100 Why You Do This. So stay tuned for that one. For now, for the time being, thanks for watching. If you have any replays, email them to me. Please include the what replays link. Yeah, catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one.